Toasters, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed, hit the notification bell so you are notified. I'm sitting back watching what's going on with Michael Irvin, and it pays to have a competent lawyer. It also pays to have discernment. It also pays to have self-discipline. That's what saved Michael Irvin. Self-discipline that night, discernment. You can tell from the video, he felt the energy wasn't right. Usually, man, when you see Michael Irvin, he's very touchy-feely. I think that's just his personality. Very grabby, that's his personality. But not so with her. He knew something was off, and he trusted his intuition, because he strayed away from doing what's naturally him. If you ever watched Michael Irvin, man, very flamboyant, very animated, very touchy, very grabby. That's him. But not so with this lady. And it's good for him that he trusted his intuition. It's good for him that he can afford a great attorney, great representation. It's good for him that I don't believe he had anything to drink, or he didn't have much to drink, because he said he had to get up that morning to prepare for his Super Bowl duties. So all that worked in his favor. But I'm sitting back thinking, man, thank God for technology. Thank God for cameras, because that helped them too. But I'm also thinking, this lady who was obviously plotting, this lady would have got paid 30 years ago, and Irvin probably would have been out of a job. 60 or 70 years and beyond, if this had happened, if this accusation was presented, Michael Irvin could possibly be hanging from a tree or be lynched. Man, we got to start holding women accountable. And it's going to take more than men, because men can preach about this, forever, and it has no impact. It's going to take women holding women accountable. Women should be coming out in droves criticizing this woman. I don't see it. I see women saying it's messed up, it's sad. But women should be coming out, holding this woman accountable, and raking her through the coals. Yeah, she needs to be forgiven eventually. But she needs to suffer a little bit too. Because you're playing with people's lives, people's livelihoods, people's character, their names, their families. Man, this could have had some very some detrimental results, or an outcome, if not for technology. This is wild. Speaking of holding women accountable, man, we gotta hold Ciara accountable. It's a trip, man. I'm just sitting back watching and listening, and a lot of women are defending Ciara's attire, her dress. I guess you call that a dress. A lot of women are coming to her defense. These same women, I'm sure, were saying she leveled up when she got with Russell Wilson. She leveled up. Is that leveling up? Why do I get to see something he gets to see, and I ain't got to pay for it? I ain't got to sacrifice for it. I ain't got to take no tackles, no concussions. I get to see everything he gets to see. If she had worn this with Future, y'all would have been criticizing Future. But you don't want to eat crow and hold her accountable, because you got to hold yourselves accountable. You got to hold your own thought process accountable. And so you won't hold her accountable, because you jumped out the window and put Russell Wilson on a pedestal. and you defamed Future. You said she was leveling up, and you didn't hold her accountable back then. You blamed everything on Future. So you gotta stick to it. You gotta ride it out. I get it. But maybe she was with Future for a reason. Maybe Future's not really as bad as people think he is. Maybe Russell Wilson isn't as strong as people think he is. That's why I always say, I put no man above me, I put no man beneath me. We look eye to eye. You know, I don't put any man on a pedestal. And I don't put my foot on anyone's neck. Yeah, but we gotta hold women accountable. Women gotta hold women accountable. And I know that's gonna take holding yourselves accountable, which a lot of women don't want to do, because you gotta relinquish that ego, that pride. So I know it's tough. But if we want a better tomorrow, a better world, if you want men to step it up, you got to give us something to respect. You got to. But I do see men stepping it up. I see a lot of men stepping it up. I see men holding men accountable. And there are a few women who have podcasts, who have YouTube channels that are holding women accountable. But it's just not a big enough pool. Yeah, it's not a big enough bark. There's very few women that speak up and hold women accountable. But we got to have checks and balances in this thing, man. Men got to hold men accountable, but women got to step it up too and hold women accountable. You got to set the bar. You got to set the bar. I'm not about to be calling every black woman or every woman queen, because that's not realistic. It's not factual. So you want to be called a queen, you want to be treated like a queen, step into those shoes, step into that role. Act as such. Let's get it together, y'all. As always, from me to you, love. Peace.